What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Destroyer and welcome to my first look / part 1 video for Microsoft Flight Simulation. Thank you, I will. You interrupt my intro, dude. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I am playing this on the Xbox Series X, so I know it's been optimized for the Series X, so hopefully it all plays nice and smooth and all that sort of stuff, but let's press any button to start. So one thing I've noticed, the game crashed, so yeah, that's a good start, but I want to see if I can actually turn that talk crap off.
Enable screen narrator. Off. Off.
Okay. I'll keep that off then.
18.
Okay, so he's just gonna say things
Interface scale.
whenever I hover over him. Shut up, dude.
Slider. Main color.
I might keep the subtitles off.
Off.
Menu animations on.
With 2 values.
Mate,
Turn
can you
subtitles on or off?
Can you shut up, dude? I'm just gonna go next.
Next. Button. Warning. You didn't save your changes.
I think it's actually struggling a bit on the Series X. What is this? Satellite data streaming, no world streaming, so that's recommended for the best experience for slow internet connections. Now, I've got pretty good internet, so we'll do that. I don't have data restrictions, that's fine. Aircraft systems easy, failure and damage easy, navigation aids, notification, piloting, POI. Just keep it all on easy for now. When I get the hang of it, I suppose I can up things. I don't know, we'll see how we go. I will be using the controller because I don't have any flight sticks or anything like that at the moment. And I have watched in a few videos of this, and they say that using the controller can be quite sensitive in that, so... But we'll see how we go. Alright. Start your journey here, Discovery Flights. First thing I want to do is jump into options, general I guess, and turn the music off just in case. Where are we? Master, voice, aircraft, engine. Voices is fine. Cockpit. Music, there we go. Turn that right off. Much better. Alright, so we've got camera, graphics. I suppose you can't really mess with that because it is on a console, so... Okay, apply and save. Right. Okay. So now we'll go back over to welcome. Discovery Flights. Enjoy an easy airborne flight around iconic and beautiful locations. And you got... Actually, we might do some flight training, because it has been a while since I've played a flight simulation. I think the last one I played was FSX many years ago. So let's have a look at a flight training. Basic handling, the basic steps to handle an aircraft. 0% mastered, fantastic. Takeoff and landing. Okay, so we just got like missions here, VFR, visual flight rules. But let's go to basic handling. The basic steps to handle an aircraft. Introduction. Start with basic controls and cameras. Let's do it. Training. In this first lesson, we'll focus on the basic simulator controls that will help you manipulate your aircraft, adjust camera position both inside and outside the cockpit, interact with instruments, and open the toolbar menu. Opening the toolbar menu during flight, interacting with the camera panel via the toolbar, using the cursor to highlight and interact with cockpit instruments, creating, saving, and accessing custom camera views. Training duration is for 5 minutes. I heard that you can actually connect a keyboard and mouse to your Series X to play basically like you're on a PC, so I might look into that because I've got a spare keyboard and mouse lying around somewhere. So anyway, in the meantime, let's fly. Some instruments allow multiple interactions, right? For example, rotating something or other. There you go. Too quick. Loading times don't seem too bad. The little circle cursor is a little bit slow, a little bit laggy, but that might be, you might be able to adjust that in the settings, so sensitivity settings. But let's wait for this to load and learn the basic handling of an aircraft. Should be fun. Alright. Sedona. Alright, there's some information there. Runway slope, time, wind, and something else. Textron Aviation Cessna 152. Ready to fly.
Welcome to Sedona. I'm Captain Jess Molina, and I'll be your instructor.
Okie dokie.
For this lesson, we're going to start on the ground and focus on some basic concepts. Fundamentals every pilot needs to know before hitting the skies. This is your plane. A classic. The Cessna 152.
Hey, buddy.
Take a look around it. In the simulator, anytime you want, you can easily switch to cursor mode.
Okay. Switch to cursor mode by
The
pressing
cursor
L stick.
is handy for interacting with menus and cockpit controls or instruments. As you can see, activating the cursor also displays the toolbar. The toolbar is a quick access menu that allows you to control various aspects of the simulation. Try to find and open the Basic Controls panel. The Basic Controls panel is a useful reminder of the button layout for the devices you're currently using. Now try to find and open the camera panel in the toolbar.
Will do.
The camera panel allows you to access the various views and camera modes of the simulation. Go ahead and close all the panels for now.
Okay. Learn about camera and code. Okay. So the X is, I'm assuming.
Right now, we are in the external view mode. Let's switch to cockpit view next.
Okay. The camera. Cockpit.
In front of you is the yoke, the primary means of controlling the aircraft. In the simulation, you'll be controlling the aircraft with your peripherals of choice. So let's hide the yoke for now.
Press A. Point the yoke and hide it in... Wait, what?
Some instruments allow
There we go.
multiple interactions. For example, rotating a dial clockwise or counterclockwise. In these cases, you need to lock the cursor onto them in order to interact. For example, take a look at the clock in the middle of the dashboard. Go ahead and lock the cursor on it.
Lock.
Now change the clock time.
Yeah, that's using moving the other yoke. Change the clock time pressing LT and RT or using R.
You can unlock the cursor once you're ready.
B.
For now, we're done with the cursor, so go ahead and hide it. All right, as we've seen, when you want to look around you, it's easy to rotate the camera. But you can also move it freely in the cockpit to get a better view of anything you want to see. Even through a window to look outside.
Okay. Hold LB and move the camera. Cool. Alright. I think this is a trip. I'm actually, you know, playing a flight simulation on a console. It's ridiculous.
Pro tip, once
there
you
we go.
find a camera position you like, you can save a shortcut to easily get back to that view anytime.
Probably be back as far as I can. Save a custom view using LB and B.
Now, reset the camera to its original position. Then try switching to your custom one again.
Okay. Get back to original. LB
All
and Y.
right, that covers all the main camera functions available in the simulation. Try to familiarize yourself with them a bit more. Then reset the camera to its original position whenever you're done.
Reset the camera when you're done.
Great.
That'll do. Congratulations, 10,000. Best score. Achievement unlocked. Complete any activity. Alright. Go down to next. And back to training menu, I assume. 12% mastered. Okay, so there was more to that, wasn't there? Yes, there was. Weekly quest ready to turn on. Go away. So aircraft essentials, learn about yoke and reading basic instruments. Let's give that a crack. Getting familiar with the aircraft main controls and instruments. The yoke to control the ailerons, I think that's how you pronounce it, and the elevator. The rudder pedals to control the rudder and steering on the ground. The throttle and RPM indicator, tachometer, and the airspeed indicator and altimeter. There we go. I think it's altimeter. I think some people pronounce it altimeter, but that just sounds stupid in my opinion. All right. Loading, loading, loading. Under the rudder, turn your aircraft while taxiing on the ground. Under the rudder? Did I just say? The rudder pedal is also the braking system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's get back
you
to it.
familiar with the aircraft, a Cessna 152, and a few commands to navigate it through the skies.
Yep.
In front of you is the yoke.
It
The
is.
yoke is like a steering wheel, more or less. Turn it left or right to control the ailerons and bank the aircraft into turns. Look at the trailing edge of the wings while turning the yoke to see the effect on the ailerons. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the difference between the yoke and a steering wheel is you can pull or push on the yoke. This controls the elevator at the back of the aircraft to make it climb or descend. Look at the horizontal stabilizer while you pull on the yoke. You can see how it affects the elevator.
Okay, back of the aircraft. So turn around. Oh, yep.
Nice.
Okay.
Down at your feet are the rudder pedals. They steer the aircraft when you're on the ground. The upper part of the pedals also control your brakes. In the air, they control the rudder at the end of the vertical stabilizer to yaw the aircraft. This is mostly for small corrections, for coordinating turns or compensating for a plane's tendency to pull left during takeoffs and climbs. Look at the vertical tail while operating the pedals to see the effect on the rudder.
So LT Nazi. There it is.
Great.
Gotcha.
Last but not least, the throttle is located near the center of the cockpit. Pushing forward will increase power. Pulling back will decrease power. First, look at the throttle and select it.
Yep.
Keep it selected and push it forward to increase power.
100. I've done it.
Power is increased. Now, pull it back to decrease power.
One step ahead of you, love. There we go.
Power is decreased. Now we'll do the same without focusing on it. Deselect the throttle.
Yep.
Look away from the throttle and increase power.
Oop. Hold A. Okay. Wait, what? I am. Wait, quit the clock. Look up. There we go.
Set your throttle to idle.
D.
Excellent.
Alright. Fantastic.
When the engine is on, you'll be able to see the power change on your RPM indicator. You'll find it on the right side of the dashboard.
Yep. Got it.
This tells you how fast the engine is spinning in hundreds of revolutions per minute. Next, take a look at your current speed on the airspeed indicator. It's on the left in the main instrument panel. It measures the speed in knots. To check your altitude, look to the altimeter. It's on the right side of the main instrument panel. The altimeter has 3 hands, similar to a clock. The long, thick pointer indicates 100-foot intervals. The short, thick one is 1,000-foot intervals, and the long, thin one, 10,000-foot intervals. That's all for today. Next time, we'll see how it feels in the air.
Okay. Another 10,000 points. Sensing a theme here. Now, if I just go back... Actually, no, I'll just go back to the training menu. Alright, 25%. Let's go do the next one. A short taster flight. Taster flight? Guided by the instructor. Alright. In this lesson, you'll get familiar with the aerial surroundings of Sedona and perform some simple maneuvers under close supervision from your instructor. Quick view to look around. Smart cam to automatically focus on a point of interest, in this case, Sedona Airport. Pitch up and down and turns. All right, let's do it.
I've got to say, you chose a great day to go flying. This session, we'll get started with some basic controls. Sound good?
Sure.
First things first, let's get familiar with your surroundings. Out your side windows, you can see we have great visibility over Sedona today. This is Red Rock territory. Beautiful, isn't it?
Lovely.
See if you can spot the Sedona Airport. The runway should be a pretty easy landmark to find.
There it is. Found it.
There you go. Visual confirmation on the airport.
Enjoy the view as the instructor flies to the next step. Alright. Yeah, the graphics look pretty good. Performance seems pretty good at the moment as well, apart from crashing when I first tried to load the game. But it seems to have settled down now, which is good. So what do we got? About 80, what is that, Newton meters? I don't know. Something like that. So just going to enjoy this view. It's quite nice. Do not open window above 143 knots. Okay. Where's my instructor gone there? Are they invisible? Where you at, man?
We already talked about basic controls while we were on the ground. Time to see how it all feels in the air. The aircraft is currently set to a cruise attitude, the position it should be in for regular flight. Alright, now let's try banking into a turn by moving the yoke. I'll go first. As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Okay, fair enough. My turn now?
Go ahead and try rolling to the right. You have controls. Turn right, toward the city of Sedona.
Yeah, it's a bit sensitive on the thumbsticks, but is that enough?
Excellent.
There we go.
As we're flying towards Sedona, let's try climbing up and down.
Alright.
Gently pull on the yoke to climb. Give it a try.
Yeah, it is a bit sensitive, but there we go. Hold your pitch for 5 seconds.
That's good.
Nice.
For the descent, it's the same principle, except you're pushing on the yoke. Go ahead. Gently pitch down. That's good. Okay, time to find the airport again. Look around, and when you found it, make a turn in that direction.
Found a airport, I'm assuming that's it. Alright. Woo! There it is there. Is that gonna be good enough? No? Maybe I have to fly over it first. Because I know I don't think. Yeah, there we go.
Now that you're more familiar with the aircraft and the surroundings, the next step is to go deeper into handling and techniques. Soon
Okay.
enough, you'll be able to enjoy trips all on your own.
Cool. I didn't get the 10,000 points for that, but I still got an A. So that's good enough for me. Okay, so the pitching up and down, I didn't get the 4,000, but whatevs. Doesn't really matter. Let's continue on to attitude. Learn to use the elevators. Alright, attitude refers to the aircraft's nose position relative to the horizon. There are 3 pitch attitudes controlled by the elevator, and in this lesson you will learn to climb, cruise, and descend. In the image to the right, the dashed lines represent where you will see the horizon in your windshield during climb or descent. You will also discover the relationship between pitch and speed. Pitching up will cause the speed to decrease, while pitching down makes speed increase. Let's get it.
To help demonstrate pitch, I've drawn 3 lines on the windshield. Notice how the middle line matches the horizon while we're flying level.
I do.
This is the cruise attitude. The lower dotted line is the climb attitude, and the upper one is the descent attitude. Let's
Up
dig
and
deeper into what
down.
that means. Pull back gently on the yoke until the climb attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude.
Oop. The sticks are a little
According to your
sensitive, but
altimeter, we're gaining altitude.
it's not too bad. Maintain the
But we're losing
lower line.
airspeed, proving you can't avoid basic physics while making a climb. Keep working on it, you'll get better. Now let's level back out.
Place the cruise attitude line.
Our
Okay,
speed
done
is
it apparently.
increasing
There we
and
go.
our altitude is stable. That's good. Push gently on the yoke until the descent attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude. As expected, with a nose-down attitude, our altitude is decreasing, while our speed is picking up. Great. Okay, bring us back to level flight. Now your speed is decreasing and your altitude is stable. That's good. I think a bit more practice may be a good idea. Try to make only small adjustments to your pitch to avoid overcorrection.
There we go. Alright. So, it didn't do too bad. Pitch up the climb was pretty bad. But, hey, first time playing it with a controller, so gotta get used to that. Oh, only a C. That's no good. Alright, there's 4 more to do, so we'll do turns next. Using the ailerons and a rudder. Alright. To turn, you will have to move the yoke in the direction you want to go and maintain the side slip. Ball centered with a small rudder correction, like for climb or descent, an attitude or position of the horizon on the windshield will help you maintain the desired performances. You can confirm the bank angle with the notches at the top of the attitude indicator. Each knot represents 10 degrees. All right, ready to fly.
For this lesson, we're going to use a line drawn on the windshield to indicate the cruise attitude. I've also added another dotted line to help you bank properly for left turns. Gently move the yoke to the left until the dotted line matches up with the horizon. Then maintain that bank.
There you go, that's good, isn't it? No? There we go.
That's good. Now let's see you level back out. Next step, turning to the right. Let's see how you do on your own without any markings. At the top of your attitude indicator, there's a series of notches representing 10 degrees each. As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees. Start banking right until you're lined up with the second notch to the right on the attitude indicator. Then maintain that 20-degree bank while remaining at the same altitude until I ask you to stop.
Okay.
That's good. Level us back out now.
Maintain altitude. I'll try.
Great. Small corrections on the yoke will lead to more accurate turns.
Cool. All right. Next. Let's quickly see how we did there. So we could have done better on our turns and leveling out. But yeah. Not bad, I guess. Yeah, we've got 3 more to go. We might as well finish these up in the first video. So power settings next, the basics of power management. Alright, the throttle is the command to adjust the aircraft power setting displayed on the RPM tachometer. Tachometer? Yeah. I think that's how you pronounce that. In this exercise, you will maintain the same cruise altitude and increase the RPM to see the effect of power change on the airspeed and altitude.
Let's talk about the throttle. If you have the need for speed, then the throttle's for you. Full control over the power output of the engine. In the Cessna 152, that relates directly to the RPM displayed on the tachometer. Pull back on the throttle to reduce RPM to 1800.
Pull back on the throttle and I'm bloody pulling back on the, what do you call it? Yoke. But I can't see. Oh, there we go.
Look how your speed and altitude are also decreasing.
Yep. Maintain the cruise altitude.
Excellent. Okay, let's throttle back up to 2400 RPM. Your speed is increasing now.
It is.
As long as you maintain the same attitude, your altitude will keep climbing as well. Nice. That was excellent. With piston planes like this Cessna, it's common to have power targets defined in RPM.
Okay. All right. Not too bad. Cool. Next. All right, 2 more left. Straight and level flight. Managing trim for smooth flight. Familiarize yourself with the attitude, pitch, and power relationship. Changing one or both will result in a difference in speed, altitude, and heading. Altitude plus power equals performance. You will also discover the trim wheel to help you maintain the desired attitude. Accelerate, decelerate at a level altitude, but refine aircraft handling skills.
In this lesson, let's take a look at the relationship between attitudes and power settings. Attitude plus power equals performance. We're currently at 5,500 feet in a cruise attitude. The aircraft's nose is positioned under the horizon and cruise power is at 2,300 RPM.
Okay.
Try to reduce power to 2,000 RPM while maintaining 5,500 feet.
I went too far. No.
That's good.
There we go. Good enough.
You probably noticed, to maintain altitude, you need to pitch the nose up.
Correct.
You could just keep pulling on the yoke to hold steady, but that's not really a precise means of control. Probably better to adjust your trim wheel until you don't need to push or pull on the yoke. Drag the trim down when you need to set the nose up. Drag it up to set the nose down. Try
Okay.
adding trim to keep us at 5,500 feet without increasing throttle.
Right, so I don't have to actually press on it or anything. Add trim to stop pulling on yoke using R, B, and R.
Keep working on it. You'll get better. You're not high enough.
Reach and maintain altitude at 5,500 using L. Oh, right. Okay.
You're not high enough.
Okay, I'm getting there.
You're not high enough.
Give me a bit more throttle.
You're not high enough. You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
Did I now?
Increase power to 2,300 RPM while maintaining 5,500 feet. Get us back to a cruise attitude. That's good.
Okay, that's all done. I
Now
didn't even have to
adjust
do
the
anything.
trim.
R, B, and R. That's all done, yeah?
All right.
Green lights.
You did well, but you can do better. The
I
way
didn't
I
even-
was taught, when you adjust the trim, you make course changes at first to remove pressure on the yoke. Then small adjustments to find a perfect setting to keep your desired attitude. If you feel your pitch slipping and need to get back to the proper attitude, don't worry. Just pull on the yoke, then dial in the right trim. That's the key to straight and level flight.
Okay, fair enough. So that was basically a fail, even though I did get a B. I was trying to gain altitude to 5,500, but whatever, it's done anyway. It's given me a B, and I'll take that. All right, one more, I think. Yep. Attitude test. Review the skills learned in previous lessons. Oh, great. Here we go. Training. In this test, we will review the attitudes and combining a climb and a turn. We will then review the power settings in straight and level flight by reducing the power while maintaining the heading and altitude. Altitude. All right, let's try this
The
out.
art of maneuvering a plane through the air isn't a mystery to you anymore. Now it's time to test the skills you've learned. As you can see, we're cruising at 6,000 feet on a north heading of 360 degrees. Start by descending to 5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed.
I think I'm doing this right. I'm not 100% sure. Maintain heading north using L.
That's okay.
That's alright. That's
Now
okay.
climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna 152, you need full power to climb effectively.
Now we're heading south. I did have it maintained at 6,000 feet, but I've obviously lost that.
good, but try to climb faster in the future.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, next exercise. Maintain your heading of 180 degrees, stay at 6,000 feet, and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots.
Yeah, I've noticed there's a bit of a delay from, increasing the throttle for the speed to actually go up.
That's okay. Review straight and level flight to better manage your speed and altitude. Additional practice will help, don't worry.
Okay, C. That's actually a bit better than what I thought I'll get. So I think that is it now. 79% mastered. Let's have a quick look. So we go AAAC, BABC. All right, cool. Well, on that note, guys, I think I might leave this part 1 first look video right there. Basic handling. It's fun, like I mentioned earlier in the video. It's fun playing a flight simulation on a console. It's kind of cool. I will look into maybe some yokes or flight sticks or something like that to get, because I reckon it'd be much easier to handle the aircraft using one of them instead of the controller, because it is a bit too sensitive for my liking. So yeah, but anyway, guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Let me know what you thought. I know it's pretty bad flying, but you got to give me a go. I haven't played a flight simulator, like I said, for many, many years. So, and I was using the controller, of course. So that probably did hinder me a little bit. But yeah, anyway, guys, if you enjoyed it, thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content, because I plan on bringing some more videos of this in the near future. Just been super busy at work, so I've only really got a day, literally, or a day or two to edit, record, edit, and upload and all that. So, because I'm very busy at work. But anyway, guys, yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed it, thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.